Okay, here we are. It's a beautiful fall day in Canada, and it's pretty much our fall season now. I had a couple of requests as far as how I bury my fig tree. I know I've been pretty busy, haven't done a lot of vids lately, so I decided to do a vid on how I bury the fig tree. First thing you're going to need 2 sets of shovels. You got one here, like a spade with a pointy end to it. And you just need a shorter version to it because you really have to get underneath the trees in order to lay them down. I have a till, right? It's a normal 195 cc till, and what I normally do is till my whole bed right over. Most of the vegetables are gone, so I'll till this whole section. And what I'm trying to do is just basically loosen up the dirt. So when I work around the fig trees, it's easier for me to lay them down. So as you come on over here, take a look. This is the fig trees right now. They're now entering their dormant stage, as you can see. So one of the key things here, the figs on here, they're still growing, believe it or not. So what I'm trying to do is bury this with the figs here intact. And what will happen, even when it's in a dormant stage, the figs will actually grow while it's covered in soil. It's pretty amazing. When I bring this up during the springtime, it actually has more figs on there than before. They don't get a lot bigger, but you'll see next time I do a vid in the spring how bigger they get versus what's on here. So there's a lot of figs here. So there's 3 figs, as you can see. So the first thing I actually did, I started with digging a trench. So the trench is about a foot deep. It doesn't have to be very deep, but you need to cover it a lot with soil. So I already pre-started to dig this one. So it doesn't take a lot of time me doing this video. My daughter's actually helping me today. Say hi, Shauna.
Hi.
So what you do, you dig a trench like this. Now here's the key thing. What I'm trying to do, I am trying to leave this side of the root system intact. I'm trying to take my spade here, and I've already started, and dig underneath here to cut the roots from this section. And what it does, I'm trying to leave most of the root system underground intact. Okay, and then I'm gonna basically come around here, and what you need to do, this is what I've started doing. I'm working my spade right around, okay, and again, I'm leaving this root system. I'm trying to not touch as much as that as possible. So what you have to do, right, you know, my tree is about 6-8 feet tall. I try to keep it about 8 feet tall. I don't try to make it any bigger than that because it just gets too hard to manage. So I prune it and just keep it within 8 feet, or right. So as you can see, I work my shovel underneath like this, and what I'm doing, I'm actually tilting back and using leverage here just to bring it up slightly. You see that? And I'm going to do it over here, the same side. I'm tilting it back, and you can see the tree actually starting to bend, right? So I'm just working around. Again, you just keep working this, right, all the way around, right? Okay, so as you can see, I basically pretty much removed most of the roots from this section, but I'm leaving this section intact. And using the spade, I'm pushing down in here, and then I'm working the tree back slowly down. See that? I'm trying to get it inside, slowly down. You don't want to, and it's very careful, you're not hurting the tree by putting your feet on it, but I'm not trying to put tension on the tree so I snap the actual branch. I'm just putting enough leverage on it so I can work it in my trench that I basically pre-dig, okay? So now the tree is pretty much basically in the position that I want. You could actually, depending on, it's your preference, basically take either a string and tie them together just to hold it, you know, pretty much straight, so it's easier for you to manage. So I'm going to go on and do that right there. What I like to use is this normal Velcro, and then I'll just take the Velcro like this, right? There's one section. Okay. Here's another. Okay, so I got my Velcro holding it down pretty good. It's pretty much together. It looks pretty good in my little trench system. The tree's not hurt. There's still figs on there. I want to basically try to leave this on there, not disturb them. Okay. All right. So basically, right now, you gotta feel a little multitasking here. I kind of use my feet to hold it down, and I first start covering these roots here. The most soil has to go where the roots are. Very important. The roots have to be covered, and then you work your way down here. So what I do, I start covering over here, and this is why I tilled my garden first, so the soil is loose, so it's easier for me to manage, right? Right? Because I know. So I basically start covering that in, just like that, like covering that up. Okay? Right? I want most of the soil, as I said before, protecting that vital root system, because that's when it's going to keep the fig tree alive pretty well much during the winter. Now, in Toronto, Ontario, we got pretty cold temperatures here. As I said, we go down to about minus 20 degrees Celsius. It's about minus 3 or 4 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And I have had these figs trees for years now. I've been doing the same method for a very long time. And every spring, the trees are healthy, they're alive, and I just enjoy basically figs the whole time. So, as you can see, the root system is basically covered. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is pretty much cover this whole thing. I don't need to do a video on this. You're just basically going to start. You're going to cover the whole thing. The mound, very important. Okay, when you put this down, you want to build a mound almost like a teepee, like, right? So the mound has to come up like this, because the water has to drain off this way. You don't want to make it flat so the water basically settles where your plants are. You don't want that. You want to basically start it exactly like I'm doing, where I'm building it up like so, right? Right? So when it rains or snows, it will drain off this way. It will not settle on top and cause rottage on your fig tree. That's a very, very key thing to do. Okay? So what I'll do